Hey guys, welcome back to FAQ Friday. Thank you for taking time out of your Friday to jump on live with us and hang out with us for 5 to 6 minutes. Right? What are we talking about today?
The banking.
Banking, right? Is your bank going to be around tomorrow? We were just talking about the headlines and everything's about banks right now. Banks going under, banks collapsing. And actually, I was just on the phone today with the bank that we use in California. And I was, I had some other stuff that I was taking care of, but I was just kind of jokingly, I asked her, I said, hey, are you guys getting a bunch of crazy calls with people calling in like concerned and, hey, what's going on with my money? She's like, you know what? Yes, we are getting called all the time. People just wanting to know, are you guys okay? Is my money going to be okay? Are my deposits okay? What do I got to do to protect my money? What is FDIC? How does that work? And so I thought it was really important for Adela and I to jump on this FAQ Friday. And we're not bankers. So by no means are we experts in that area, but we understand a lot of it. So one of the major headlines that I read and I actually posted it on my Instagram was between 2008 and 2012, 465 banks went under.
Wow. That's a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, I knew it was over 300, but when I actually did the research and got the actual number, 465 banks went under. I'm talking about like Washington Mutual, Countrywide, there's a
Silicon Valley.
Yeah, well, Silicon Valley was this year, right? But so one of the questions I got to ask is how many insurance companies on that time have gone under?
None.
Right? Why is that important to ask? Because when you're with the right financial and we sit down with you and we start to put together a retirement game plan for you guys, everything is based around life insurance companies, right?
Insurance.
In case you didn't know, can life insurance companies
Do retirement.
do retirement? Can they do that?
Yes, 100%. They've been doing it for 100 years. And so a lot of times you're unaware with that, right? Because we have been pushed and kind of told this is what you have to do. You got to invest in the stock market and you got to do this. Well, the insurance company also allows you to participate in the market without physically being in the market.
Yep.
So you don't have to get the ride of the roller coaster, the ups and downs, the emotional heartache of, oh my gosh, where's my money? You have the principal protection of the insurance company. So that gives you peace of mind that you can still participate without the risk. It eliminates all risk off the table.
Yeah, and it also just brings peace of mind of knowing that they're not going to close the doors.
That's right.
They're not going to fold, right? Because think about this. The banks that we may not love them, but we trust them. That's why your money goes there. That's why your paycheck goes deposited there. What we know is that 465 of them went under, right? So when we sit down with the client and we get their money from an old 401k account that used to be with, some other company, some other bank, and we move it over to an insurance company, what we've done is secured it, not just the fact that insurance companies don't go under, we've secured it in the fact that now it's no longer in the stock market.
Right.
Risk is completely off the table. And those are funds that you can bank on in the future that you know for a fact is going to be there for you when you need it.
Yeah. And another thing, obviously banks, you have liquidity, right? So a lot of times people will ask, well, what do I do with my money? I want to be able to access it, right? So oftentimes if you need liquidity, insurance companies, that's not the ideal place for that because obviously it's kind of like a set it and forget and you let it accumulate like a retirement account. However, if you need liquidity, there are other areas, money market, just having cash on hand in your home. Another thing is to consider buying gold and silver, right? And actually having the bullion available so we can assist you with that too. So if cash is, obviously losing its value because it's in your mattress, then, looking at gold and silver is another option to have it because that's a worldwide, exchange.
Yeah. And the crazy part about it is that, you brought up Silicon Valley Bank and there's other banks right now that are kind of, actually two of them gone under. I think it's First Republic, I'm not sure, is one that's teeter-tottering right now. Credit Suisse just got bailed out by a bigger bank. And so these are major players, you guys. I mean, I think Silicon Valley Bank at that time was the 26th biggest bank in the country. And so it's a big deal for banks to go under because they are a trusted organization that we think is going to take care of our money. Right. Here's the crazy part that I don't even know if you realize what happened, what these guys were doing at Silicon Valley, and why I would be a little leery if I was you guys. A month before that, the CEO and the upper management received record bonuses, right? Hours, not months, not weeks, not days, hours before that bank collapsed, bonuses were handed out to their employees, right? So I'm like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
You guys knew it was going under, and you're using the depositors' money to bonus out employees hours before the bank collapsed.
Scary.
So I'm just saying, is your bank going to go under? I have no idea. She has no idea. Honestly, nobody has any idea, right? But the number one thing you can do is sit down with Adela and I. We can take a look at what's going on with your accounts, with your retirement accounts, with what different things that you have going on. And we can offer advice on where to put them in places that you can take that risk off the table. Right. Because look, if you've been saving your entire life to retire and something happens to that bank and it's not there anymore, I don't care about FDIC, because here's what you need to know about FDIC. Right. They only have a certain amount of money to go around. After that,
take years.
FDIC is gone. There's only a certain amount of money to go around. We're talking about billions that FDIC has, but the amount of deposits in the bank is in the trillions. Right. So way short. But we can sit down with you, show you how to protect your money, put it in places where you don't have, for companies that have been around for 150 years.
Right.
And to make sure that your assets are protected. So that's what we do as a company.
That's right. Safe Money Advisors. That's who we are.
Yeah.
And so, again, it's just an alternative of understanding what's available to you, right? Because if you don't know the whole picture, how can you make a valid choice for your future, right? So it's just putting more information in your hands and letting you know what's available so that you make a more educated decision about your future.
Yeah, and one of the things that we will always do, we will always err on the side of caution. I would rather you say, you know what, knowing that your money's protected, it may not make what the stock market can make on the up years, but knowing that it's there and you can bank on it and you're gonna, when you need it to retire off of, it's gonna be there. That's the reason why we're in business.
That's right, 100%. Thank you guys for watching. Again, you're welcome to DM us on this. You can check us out on YouTube. Also, call our office 661-636-6862, or
go to the website www.arrivefinancialservices with an S at the end.com. You can put your information in there. You can reach us there. Yeah. And if nothing else, you get a lot of just information that's going to help you in the future.
That's right. Okay. Thanks for watching.
See you guys. Thank you.